Remember Limp Bizkit? A band you listened to when Google Linkin Park wrong. Yeah, those guys. The news are they're still around. But we are sorry to tell you that band's long-term struggle with incurable puberty disease made them release a song with the message that all politics are the same and they should work together to achieve world peace. Politics are not your songs, Fred. They are different. So please bring flowers to a Rage Against Machine memorial at a local maximalist garage sale. In this Limp Bizkit new video clip, members of the band have deepfake faces of world leaders like Zelensky, Biden and war criminal Putin, and they'll have fun together! Fred Durst rendered his face as Vladimir Putin's. Maybe he wants to be in Putin's skin, but the only way to be in a Putin is through tongue in his asshole, with the tongue being mellow and soft like Limp Bizkit. Never change my style, cause my style is kinda fresh. We should be on the same team. On the motherfucking same team. On the same team what, Fred? Leaking sex tape videos? That's half of Russian politicians you are in team with. You see, Fred Durst is a typical guy who thinks he knows the truth about the world. You know, conspiracies, media manipulates us, politicians quarrel us, all that government stuff. So what's the solution, Fred? Let me guess. Realize that we are all the same, brothers and sisters, especially with Russians.
They don't educate us a lot on Russia the way I think we should be educated.
Yeah, Durst, you are the last person to talk about educational reforms.
The walls between us are not very thick, but we're, to some extent, we're the same. We're just playing ridiculous games.
And to some extent, your DNA is like in a squirrel. But you, Fred, you prefer to play these human ego games with all that bottles thrown at you at concerts, your dicks on porn sites, and making Travolta more cringy than possible. Yes, Fred has experience with movies. He performed in Zoolander, which is enough to play Putin in posthumous biopic. Fred has a very independent view on the world, so one would guess it's only a matter of seconds that Durst would become a product of Russian influence, with a major advantage for Russians. He is excited and dumb. It's like if you have a stupid man in one room with Mein Kampf, something will definitely happen. What a shame. Fred was a good, honest douchebag, making Britney Spears uncomfortable, dissing colleagues, and now just a Russian asset.
Привет, Россия! Limp Bizkit in the house. I'm Fred Durst, and I'm coming to see you.
Fred Durst praises Russia for years. He visited the country and gave concerts there numerous times. Intentionally or not, Durst simply whitewashes Russia and not even hiding it. Just look at this 2015's interview, a year since Russia occupied Crimea and started a war in the east of Ukraine. As an American, I want to give the right perception of Russia because I love Russia very much and I want to show just how great it is.
Насколько она прекрасна.
Fred Durst confesses his love for Russia more often than Britney Spears the night she was dating him. He is a big enjoyer of Russian culture. So that includes old Russian genocide techniques, glorious Gulag architects, and the famous Russian etiquette of dying from cirrhosis at 38, because in Russia it is considered rude to be alive. But hey, Fred even wants a Russian wife!
I absolutely love the culture and the tradition. And if I were to marry again, 100% she's going to be Russian.
Fred, for a Western guy to marry a Russian woman is a piece of cake. There are wedding agencies built around that concept. But you can fuck it up too. When you marry, do not take her to the USA. Move to Russia instead and enjoy the look on her face. Anyway, if Russia commits a crime, be assured Fred will cheer for it by launching a massive concert tour in Russia in 2015. With Crimea already occupied, the war in the east of Ukraine and MH17 shut down. Durst even declared he wanted to live in occupied Crimea. Limp Bizkit's Fred Durst has revealed plans to move to Crimea, Ukraine's region annexed by Russia, and produce film and TV content there. That would take Russia to a new level in the industry, also working for a great future of Crimea and Russia. To confirm his intentions, Durst was waving a banner with the text "Crimea is Russia" during one of his concerts in Russia, simply improving the Russian crime against Ukraine. He is so pro-Russian that even Tucker Carlson should tell him, "Chill out, man." You know, Fred's Russia fanatic approval reminds me of the actual game of Limp Bizkit. Have you heard of that? The rules are: a group of guys jack off in a circle where a cookie is placed in the middle. The last guy to come on the cookie must eat the cookie with all the cum on it. What Fred does is the same, but Russia instead of cookie. And Fred is the only player who wants to lose.
Bitch, you barely touch the ground, yeah, choked up on your bounce.
On his quest for Russian passport, Fred is clueless what a heavy, humiliating burden it is to have a Russian passport. But he wants it, and we hope he gets it. Full-blown, severe Russian passport. I spent so much time here working, performing, making music. I just need the Russian passport. Man, just enlist to Wagner PMC and you good. Durst is a Christmas miracle for Russian propaganda. He almost seems like a living bribe. Russians love to abuse such people like Durst or Siegel for propaganda. They speculate on their fame and show how Russia is cool. That's why in countless interviews by Russian media, Durst is pushed to talk about his love to Russia. Even Russian embassy in the UK used his statements on Crimea to shitpost on Twitter. My passion and love for Russia grows with each year. Our first tour was a modest one, the second was bigger. It was 12 cities, now it will be 20 cities all over the Russia. So many Russian cities! Just imagine what he could do if he were to incite massive public disorder like in Woodstock 99.
Durst actually told over 200,000 drunk college kids not to chill or calm down.
Don't let nobody get hurt, but I don't think you should mellow out.
He could destroy Russian state and gain the title of World Peace Achiever. We would forgive all his douchebaggery for years to come and for his children too. But no, Fred would rather agree to everything Russia proposes him. Go to the vodka factory and drink there. Of course.
We're inside the vodka factory. I'm trying.
We are inside rocket fuel waste depot. We are inside Putin's body liquid storage. Hey Fred, how about going to Russian village and shooting there for no reason in the name of Russia? Huh?
This one is for Russia. You don't want to fuck around in Russia.
Flex in a terrorist state hoodie.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah, look at that, Russia. Yeah, I can return to USA any moment. Yeah, Russia, I'm going back, yeah. Russians, bewitched by Limp Bizkit naivety, even tried to lure them to terrorist-occupied Donetsk, like a fairy. Durst agreed, but something went wrong and gig didn't happen. According to separatist news agency reports, the culture ministry of the self-proclaimed DNR has sent the band a formal invitation to perform. Fred Durst transformed into an all-around Russian multi-tool. What? Wanna approve something Russian? Just throw some Fred there. You what? You think Russia is a genocide machine? It's not. Here is Fred. He likes us. And Roger Waters too. Look at him. He speaks in the UN for world peace on Russian behalf. Such mundane things like Russian crimes and genocide just must not distract us. Look at this Limp Bizkit video clip. Putin and Biden friends, and nothing bothered them.
We should be on the same team, on the motherfucking same team.
The message is clear. Western people, don't be shy. You can have fun in Russia, like Fred, and if you do, you will have peace, no war and no Ukraine.